Hi guys, Tech here, and today we are going to be doing a little bit of kind of a general update as well as talking about Absolution and kind of what is going on with it as far as build guides and all that. Before we get into everything, if you would be so kind as to like, comment, and subscribe, it does really help the channel grow, and I do genuinely appreciate it. To get started with giveaway details, I do have the code. I am hoping that come Monday or Tuesday, we get the PoBs updated. That way I can put out build guides as well as the giveaway announcement with the build guides, because I feel like that would be a very good solution for the problem. As far as a little bit of the details are concerned, it will be on live stream, and it will probably be on Saturday because that's just normally the easiest day for me to make live streams happen. And I will have more details very, very soon as far as the technicality of things. It is going to be the Elite Ember Keep. Everybody likes the Elite Ember Keep, so that's the one that we're going to be giving away. Then, as far as Absolution is concerned, with some playtesting, I think it's very, very strong already, and it's getting some pretty significant buffs, which is wonderful. So it should only get better than what it is currently. The mechanical things about Absolution do get kind of in-depth. Just to forewarn you a little bit, you do have to manage a lot of minions. As you can tell, we got raised zombies, we got specters, we got Herald of Purity, we got the Absolution guys. Like, there's a lot of minion management. If you notice there, I used Convocation on the boss and basically like ran into his face. That is how you get the biggest burst boss damage possible, as the raised zombies are on meat shield. So if you just run into their face with the raised zombies, they are still kind of aggressive at that point. It is also the rippiest way of dealing with a boss, so kind of keep that in mind. It works really well for like leveling through the map bosses. I'm not sure how it will work on the new in-game bosses. It really depends on how they are tuned and if they do like big melee stuff. If they do, that can get very, very scary. With the setup here that we're testing is with the Queen's Hunger, as well as Corpsewalker Boots and Aegis Aurora. It is working out very, very well. Very, very survivable. I can kind of stand in the middle of stuff. I can stand in the middle of stuff that's way higher level than me, which is fantastic. That's kind of what I'm looking for as far as a boss killing character is concerned. We are doing the armor energy shield thing. You could also do the evasion armor thing. You would just have to move some points around and I would focus on spell suppression if you're going to go that route. But it's a lot easier on the left side of the tree than the right side of the tree, so I would kind of just go this route for now. As far as the metamorph, it is going to be a little bit tankier than the actual boss, but it still goes down pretty quickly, which is very good news that it's still pretty easy. The other thing is, this is not a Kingmaker Animate Guardian. If we had a Kingmaker Animate Guardian, both of these bosses would have died considerably quicker, because the Cull, or the 10%, is much larger on that than it is on than just 10% damage, because bosses typically have higher life pools than your attack does. So it's pretty significant. especially when you're trying to do the end game bosses, the 10%'s big. Slayer is also very good for that reason because it gets 20. Another thing that should help is, as you'll notice, the clear's actually pretty good just because of all the minions that are available. So the clear is just naturally pretty good. And this is using Conch. Another thing I noticed is I did see like a bunch of people using Spell Echo, and Spell Echo might be better for an end game boss. In my testing, I found that with Spell Echo, the Absolution guys missed a lot of targets. Like they would just cast again into thin air. Now, if there aren't ads, Spell Echo is probably good. It's probably a significant DPS increase. If there are ads, which it looks like there's going to be on all these bosses, I'm not sure Spell Echo is actually a good call in testing because they are basically locked in place to cast because they don't know how to cancel cast. So just something to consider as far as the actual mechanical side of things are concerned. We don't really need Spell Echo, we don't really need Unleash, we're basically just self-casting this thing. On the PoB side of things, I do have details on the specters, like which specters to get, where to get them, as far as like Animate Guardian, how to make the cheap one, what to get before you make the expensive one, how to make the expensive one. So all that will be in the PoB when that is released. The reason I'm not releasing it early is because it's basically, if I released a build guide now, I'm basically releasing a 3.16 build guide. And anyone that has a build guide up saying 3.17, they're releasing a 3.16 build guide. And that isn't fair to you or your time to set false expectations. So I don't want to do that. So I'll do stuff like this where I'll talk about mechanical stuff and I'll talk about a little bit of the details as far as the path of building is concerned. But the reason why I'm not going too heavy into trees or anything like that is because it would be setting false expectations. And I don't think that's in the best interest of the community. But I hope this little bit of a review and mechanical go over is helpful while we are waiting on those PoB details. I hope next time, if GGG is going to release it in a short window, that they would give us all the details we need that day, like they did with Scourge. That was so nice, where I could actually like really sit down and pre-plan and record everything and get everything out ahead of time when I had like the weekend to work on it. It's very good for people like me that work on top of doing this, and this is more of a hobby than a career. It's really good for us to have that extra leeway time, so hopefully that will happen in the future. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, Exiles.